Greetings, KevCentral viewers. Should I say season's greetings? Merry Christmas, because it's that time of the year, my favorite time. Favorite time for many people like me that love Christmas. We like to see the presents under the tree and maybe even get a visit from the jolly old elf himself, Santa Claus. And if you've been good, maybe you're getting a bike from Santa Claus, or perhaps you're gifting a bike, or maybe a bike or two. For countless people, holiday bike shopping fully underway, and it's fair to say this is not the average year for Christmas shopping because, it's 2021. It's not 2020, so we have that going for us, but 2021 brings with it its own challenges. And I'll talk about that in just a second. Speaking of which, this is one of a dozen or so videos that I had ready to upload and completely lost all the data, as well as lost a computer. There's a whole thing. You'll find out about it in a couple of weeks. But in my initial version of this video, this was a pre-Black Friday video, and in that I talked about 2021 being the year to shop early and how important it was. I had a whole tangent about how not just shop early, but shop now. And I talked about how we have less money to spend, at least many of us do, and also about the supply issues, across the board supply issues, but especially on bikes, and now inflation making things more expensive on top of all that. Important messaging from a pre-Black Friday version of this video, but these screenshots, as I was going through them, I did recover these screenshots. They're actually still applicable. However, everything I'm about to tell you is now even more pressing because there's less than 2 weeks left till Christmas. Shop now is shop urgent, but there is some good news. Even though prices are still higher, there are deals to be had, and my favorite retailer, Walmart, is actually getting in some supplies of bikes just in time. So my main focus, how I'm going to do this, is most of the bikes I'm going to present to you are going to be from Walmart. However, there are a couple of online retailers that you can still order from and get the bikes before Christmas. And I had this by budget, over $500, then under $500, and so on. I had different categories. But I'm going to do this two ways right now. My over $500 is going to be from two online retailers that I've seen that have bikes and can get them to you by Christmas, and also ones that I trust like Lectric. Because per the Lectric website, if you order now through December the 17th, you can get the bike before Christmas. And you'll know if you watch my videos at all that I am a big fan of the Lectric XP. It's on version 2.0 right now, an excellent version of this bike, a very fun bike, and even more amazing, with inflation, it's still cheap. It's actually gotten cheaper, under $1,000, $949, and per their website also, free shipping still. Now, I'm not sponsored by Lectric. I never have been. I'm just that big of a fan of their bikes, especially at this price. $949 in 2021 with free shipping is amazing. Amazing, also an applicable word for the next brand here, Priority. I am a huge fan of Priority bikes, and they have restocks right in time for Christmas. Like the Classic Plus Gotham, an amazing bike I still ride to this day, belt drive, all the bells and whistles, great stuff from Priority. Now I do see 2 days shipping here, so I don't know how they do it for ground shipping, but I did receive an email that said the 17th was a cutoff, so maybe you want to contact them to find out. But they do have restocked bikes, and I know that Priority bikes are amazing, so anyone that were going to get these as a gift would be happy with something from Priority. But what about budget? Well, that's where our friends at Walmart come in, and there are budget Walmart bikes, but I'm going to start at the higher end with something like this. The Hyper Carbon X29er. I reviewed and still have this bike, but the important thing to note here is that Walmart is saying if you order before the 20th, you can get it before Christmas. Which does give a little bit of a buffer, right? Which is good and amazing considering, again, carbon fiber bike under $600, but at the higher tier of what I would consider a budget bike from Walmart. But look at this. We're talking 2 to 3 days shipping on some of these bikes. That is amazing. But still, you need to shop urgently. And I'll make it easy for you. I'll put a link directly to the bikes that I mentioned in the order that I mentioned them in. Now note that Walmart links are affiliate links, but that's a win-win. You get to help support the channel without having to pay anything extra. Maybe for what you're paying, you want an e-bike. Well, at the same price as that Carbon X29er, you can get this, the Hyper 29er E-Ride Mountain. Now, I added this not only because it's a great bike and I just reviewed it, but also take a look here. You've got to pay attention because the shipping, even though it says order by the 20th, get by the 25th, says the 27th is when this is supposed to arrive. A lot of you watch this channel because I spot stuff like this for you, but note that I did add this to my cart, and it said I was going to get it in 3 days, which is before the 25th. So just pay attention to what you're buying so things work out. And now I was going to break this down, like I said, by pricing. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to break it down by brand and what's available from those brands, bikes that I have experience with. And also, I know that the budgets are quite friendly on some of these. Let's start out with the offerings from Hyper bicycles that Walmart has in stock right now. Like e-bikes, under $400. I've already talked about these. A lot of you have bought them. $398 for some of these e-ride bikes, like the e-ride Mountain 26. The e-ride City uses the same battery. Then there's its sibling, the e-ride Commuter, basically the same bike in a different color. Then there's the e-ride Cruiser. I haven't reviewed this bike, but it's the same parts and components, just a slightly different look. And all of these bikes available for fast shipping. Well, almost all. Remember to look, because it says 27th, but again, when I add this to my cart, it was going to arrive in 3 days. And I've already talked about this bike. Great deal, worth a second mention. And what is this? Look at this, a mid-drive bike. I don't know why. Have you not sent this to me or contacted me about a Hyper? Looks like that e-ride line's still growing. I see this possibly has the same battery. Maybe that's something I can look at in the future. More Hyper bikes back in stock. The Hyper Explorer 29er full suspension. More budget-friendly, under $200, the Hyper Commuter. This is the women's commuter. I've ridden the men's version of this bike. All of these bikes have been out of stock for so long, and it's nice to see them back in stock and for all budgets, including this Hyper Havoc. A lot of people like this bike as Christmas presents, birthday presents. The Hyper Explorer Hardtail back in stock, kind of one of the half version replacements of the Hydroform, this and the full suspension, and back for shipping by Christmas. And this bike, I think this is probably the most upgradable of the two Explorer bikes. And I can't talk about a Hyper without talking about this. The Hyper Shocker used to be $99, now $148, because of course, again, inflation. And I used to knock this bike, but now I respect it because of what it is. A budget bike that looks cool. And some of these bikes available in store again. So you could actually go to the store and pick it up today, or in this case, have it delivered to my house within a day. Lots of Hyper bikes, all different budgets, available many in time for Christmas, and some really pique my attention for some future review potential. Next, we'll look at some bikes from Mongoose, like this holiday deal, $448 for the Mongoose Dolomite Fat Tire bike. To its left, for $168, the Mongoose Excursion, disc brake up front, rim brake at the rear. More of an old school, and by old school I mean 2018-ish Mongoose platform top bike, but that price makes it very appealing for a Christmas gift. The Excursion is a rack bike at my local Walmart, and it's back in stock. Finally back on the bike rack, so that means that in theory, if this was in stock, I could be buying it right up to Christmas Eve. And here's another review bike that I have to refilm, the Mongoose P26, a dirt jumper bike, $248. Also at $248, the Mongoose Durham. Now I haven't reviewed this bike, but I do know quite a few viewers have purchased it and seem to enjoy it. So at this price and being available, I can only assume it will be a popular Christmas present. And popular is a word that works with this bike as well. This is the Mongoose Dolomite ALX. Now we've already seen the Dolomite at $448. At $498, you get the ALX. The ALX is a beast. I love mine. I've modified it. I'm about to modify it even more for some hopeful upcoming snow. And I see this listed as a holiday deal, and I'm assuming, judging by that fast shipping time, that that's kind of equating in with the holiday deal. Maybe they really stocked up on these, because I see they have all three available frame sizes, because, oh yeah, the ALX sized frames. Well, looking at those sized frames, it looks like that holiday deal pricing is only on the medium frame. It's $100 less than the small and the large. And looking through the rest of this Mongoose list, there are quite a few bikes back in stock. So it looks like, hopefully, the inventory levels are coming back, and there are plenty of options for Christmas, especially with the fast shipping. Schwinn gets some love too. A full stock of Schwinn bikes back at Walmart. I'm so happy to see this, especially for bikes like the Axum, which they could have easily named the Awesome, and it would have been totally applicable. There's the standard Axum for $448 in both the 2020 and the 2021 color schemes. But right beside it, for $1 more, $449, there's the Axum DP. And this is a rollback price. I love Walmart rollback pricing because you get great deals, like this. The DP stands for dropper post. They have it in both the large and the medium frame, and I took that medium frame version and made it Project Axum 21, an amazing bike. Now, I love the Axum. The only difference between the standard and the DP model is the included dropper post on the DP, but I do wonder, at $1 difference, why would really buy the standard if you could get this dropper model for $1 more? The Schwinn Sidewinder, also back, another bike I've reviewed, and this, the Schwinn Aluminum Comp 2020 model. Such an awesome bike. And I think this is the first time I've ever seen this bike on the rack at my local Walmart in stock. So if you're cutting it at the last minute and you're catching this video late, maybe you can look in store, maybe pick up one of these. And also check out my videos where I turned this bike into Project Comp V2. The Schwinn Bellwood. I'm not familiar with this bike, but I like the pricing, and this bare frame design is kind of the new thing. And amongst all these bikes that are all in stock, check this out, the Schwinn 2021 Women's Aluminum Comp. I turned this into Project Sea Mist. And look at this, here's another Bellwood. I really like this orange color. Fan favorites like the Schwinn Boundary, back in stock, available for fast shipping. No, wait, this Boundary also in stock at my local Walmart. I have never seen a Boundary on the rack at the local store, I can guarantee. Yet it's available now. I'm impressed, Walmart. I don't know how you're doing it. You're defying supply chain issues, and you're also defying odds, because I see here you've got the 2019 Taft that was discontinued. It was replaced with the Taft that's right beside it, the new version, but there are fans of that hunchback model, so looks like you get your choice. Both in stock, and for me, showing to arrive before Christmas. Just like their Hyper and Mongoose counterparts, lots and lots of Schwinn bikes in stock, including some models I've never seen before. So there you go. There are plenty of bikes, as of this video, available at Walmart for last-minute shoppers. And a couple of internet options if you have a few more dollars that you want to throw at a bike. Or what if you waited too long? Are you seeing this video very late and you just don't have a big budget? What are you going to do? Well, I got you covered there too. Because I have KevCentral stickers available, a link down in the description. In the next 24 hours of me posting this video, I'm going to be uploading a mega pack. It's one of each sticker, and it will be shipped via priority shipping, so hopefully that helps you out. I also have shirts available, but realistically it's probably too late to get those, so I wouldn't count on those if you are seeing this video at the last minute. Let's say this is Christmas Eve, 11:59, you don't know what to do. Contact me via my website. Maybe we can arrange something where I sell you some sort of online chat with your loved one, or a video chat, a conference, something like that. We'll try to work out something. This isn't a scheme to offer paid chat or anything like that. I'm just really trying to help anyone out that's at wit's end right at Christmas, because I don't want someone to not get a Christmas present or not be able to give someone a Christmas present. And there you go, the 2021 last minute edition holiday shopping guide. I hope this helps you out. Links down in the description to all the bikes that I talked about in this video, so you can go directly to them. Thanks for watching KevCentral, and Merry Christmas.